Hello, everyone. Karen Glasser here.
And I'm Mel Greenberg.
And welcome to Uncorked, life exposed in the most unexpected ways, where what you see is not always what you get. Uncorked is brought to you by Vitalcy, the guide to living in a stage of growth, purpose, and discovery. So whether you're here live or on replay, we're thrilled. Make sure you say hi in the comments and tell us where you're watching from. So Mel, today we're whooping it up with Robynn Lin.
You guys, I'm so excited today. Robynn is a board-certified holistic health practitioner and nutritionist, and whose mantra, living in harmony with our body and Mama Earth, is something she speaks to audiences worldwide and teaches in her practice. And today, she's especially happy to be at the Cline Vineyard in Napa, where Robynn comes to us from. And we're just so excited to introduce you to our audience. Robynn, welcome.
Thank you. I am so excited to be here.
We're delighted, absolutely delighted. And we always like to start our show by drinking. I mean, why not, right?
And today, what else? We're drinking Cline wines, and these are fabulous. I'm drinking a Sauvignon Blanc.
And I am drinking the Ancient Vines Cline, this one, or the Zinfandel. And what are you drinking, Robynn?
I am drinking Cashmere. Get the camera on here, right? The Cashmere Black, full of polyphenols.
And I wanted to say something about that because you had a great backstory on the Cashmere that I hope you'll share with us.
Yeah, about donations and everything. Their Cashmere line, they donate to charities, different charities. And so far, according to the back of the bottle, they have donated over $775,000 just off of the Cashmere line.
Wow.
So pick that up. It's in our kit. You can get that and support and give back. So enjoy and give back. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. All right. I think I'm ready now. Are you ready, guys?
I'm ready. Robynn?
I'm ready.
All, Robynn, you're sitting in Cline Cellars right now. So
I am literally
actually there right now. And we're going to be bringing out one of the amazing people from Cline in a little bit to talk about the wines and talk about all of that. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about your background, Robynn. I mean, you're very diverse. You're an actress. You take amazing photographs. You're a model. You're a holistic practitioner. Tell us about how you went from here to there.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, it's a very, very long story, but I'll try to compact it a little bit. I actually started in nutrition back in the 90s, and it kind of developed with a couple of friends as well as my mother being diagnosed with cancer. And that just led me down, the bunny trail of researching what can I do, what can I find? And everything I kept finding just kept coming back to food. And as I'm doing that, I'm not even practicing at this point, but I have people coming to me left and right. I have people coming and asking me while I come speak, people asking for programs. And I'm just like, okay, I guess, the universe is trying to tell me something here, and I need to go back to school and figure this out because I went to school for fashion. I don't know about you guys if you went to school for something other than what you're doing now.
Right.
But yeah, I went to school for fashion, and now I'm doing nutrition. I had a wellness center in North Carolina for a couple of years, and because of a very stressful time period, I decided to move back to Florida, pursue some other passions, which is what led me into acting and producing. And this last year, honestly, with so many of my friends falling ill to this virus, and I had suggestions about nutrients, things that they could do just to arm their immune system. And they're all looking at me like, "You're an actor. Why should I listen to you?" And I'm like, "No, you don't understand." So I decided, the roots of my entire being, my passion has always been nutrition. And I really needed to go back to that and tap into it. So went back to school this last year, got recertified, went after my board certification with holistic health practitioner. And here I am.
I love that you took that extra step to move beyond just being, an internet talking head who liked a topic and had done a fair amount of research into it and practice, but really, armed yourself with the credentials and the study and the ability to really authentically teach people, and your passion drives it all. You can see it even when you're telling your story. It just drives.
It does. It does. And you know what? There are so many people out there with great information that, that's all they've done is gone out there and dug for information. And it's amazing. And they are some amazing editorial people and researchers. And I don't want to, down them in any way, shape, or form, but I want to actually reach out and be able to help a person figure things out in their own life. And, so, you've got to go and take some classes for that.
And I remember watching you studying in the middle of the summer, and you're busy doing your thing. You just recently moved to Napa, about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
My stomping grounds.
Yes.
You like to say living in harmony with our body and with Mama Earth.
Yes.
How does that manifest itself?
Oh my gosh. Mama Earth is, I've always been passionate about nature. I feed my soul by just being outside. Other than spiders and snakes, I could live outside, and, a good shower here and there. But, it's just something that really feeds you. And every single part of nature does feed us. There's an energy that actually scientifically proven, there's that energy, that pulse that goes through nature, and nature feeds our bodies. Our bodies need it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very much a part of everything that I do. And I think that we have to live in that harmony, give back, as well as, receive.
Totally understand that. I'm sure people are wondering why we called this whooping it up, right?
Yeah.
There's actually
a method to our madness, always.
There's a method to the madness, but the reason why I think we went in that direction is that, Robyn, you were telling us about this thing called a whoop that you wear on your wrist, and it does some really incredible things. And I was like saying, well, I have a Fitbit
and I have an Apple Watch.
As an Apple Watch, and there's differences and similarities. Let's talk about the whoop.
Okay. And interestingly enough, and they just released their next version, their new version yesterday, just dropped. And I don't know all of the new specifics, but it looks even more amazing. I've got mine reserved, but so the Whoop it's another tracker. It's a health tracker, not just a fitness tracker, but a health tracker. And it helps to track your recovery, your rest, as well as your heart rate variable, your resting heart rate, your active heart rate. Then some of the new things coming is it's tracking your oxygen levels, your body temperature. Just amazing things. And, heart rate variable, people may be hearing things about that right now because it's becoming a little bit more trendy as we're learning more about it. That's really looking at our nervous system and how our nervous system is coming into play in our lives, because, most of us know we have parasympathetic and sympathetic. Mm-hmm. And these two guys, it's like this juggling going on in our bodies at all times. And we don't want either one of them to be too dominant. The parasympathetic is the one that helps you kind of get into that relaxation mode, kind of like deal with life on a regular basis, as well as help us sleep. The sympathetic is the one that like makes you alert. It's the fight or flight. It works with cortisol. It keeps you, sometimes when you lay down at night, your brain just goes into like this, you're in your sympathetic state of mind. So you don't want that. So what the HRV does is when your HRV numbers drop, it's telling you that you're a little bit too much into the sympathetic and your body's having a hard time restoring itself. And that can come from stress. It can come from eating bad food. It can come from fighting an illness. Many different things can affect it. And if I can share, I stopped drinking wine a long time ago because it always gave me headaches. And I figured it was the tannins or it's the sulfites, whatever it might be. And I didn't really know. And when I moved to Napa, I decided to try some organic farming because I've been an organic girl since there was an organic. I noticed with the organic farming, not necessarily organic wines, but the organic farming, I was not having any issues. And then I started looking at biodynamic and learning more and more about biodynamic and its relationship with the earth. And in my opinion, biodynamic is, a step above organic, because organic can still be one crop in a field. We call it a monocrop. You're still doing things. You're not really benefiting too much. You're just not using pesticides. So with biodynamic, I've noticed that when I drink a biodynamic wine, that my HRV, my heart rate variable, increases, which is the good thing. We want that number to get higher. And when I drink a wine that is not, it nosedives. My body is having to fight the stress that is causing inside of my body. And
I love that.
That's not scientific, y'all. That is what happens with me personally.
Right.
So can I ask you a question? Does that keep time? Does it serve as a watch? No.
No.
Does it do the laundry? I want to know if it does the laundry. It seems
if
to
do laundry, I will pay.
It does for your wine.
Whatever the price is.
So I find that really fascinating that the watch can actually, not the watch, the Whoop can actually monitor the levels, which tells you need to go either have the right kind of wine, which is, why we're at Cline today. I think that's fascinating. Now my Fitbit, Robyn, I don't know if you know this, my Fitbit does do resting. It tells me all that stuff when I'm sleeping, how many hours but it doesn't do the HRs, whatever you call that.
Heart rate variable.
And your watch, your device, Mel, what is
my Apple? This is the latest incarnation, and I know it has I do the heart rate. I honestly don't know if it does the HRV. I can't speak to that, but that's fascinating because I have historically and genetically an extremely low heart rate and low blood pressure, and I don't worry about it, but I do watch it. Right. And it's fascinating. So I know that that's there, but I'm curious to know if it's capable of that. And if not, I would be compelled to get that. And you could probably just sort of wear it as arm candy.
You can. And actually the new versions, I'm not trying to do a plug for them. I don't represent Whoop in any way, shape, or form. But the new version actually has it so you can take this out, and then they have clothing that's wearable. So you can wear it like in your tank top or your
cool.
Pants,
do you wear it 24/7?
Do what?
Do you wear it 24/7?
You can. Yes, they are even waterproof up to 1 or 2 meters. I wear it in my float therapy, so I can actually see what my heart rate is doing during float therapy.
Is it a purchase or a subscription? How do you get it?
It's a subscription.
You have it in the kit.
Actually, you get the Whoop. If I can remember something, I think you get the Whoop or it's like $39, and then a band is for free. And then from there, the subscription is you can either do monthly or you get a discount for paying for a year up front.
Oh, okay.
And we put it in the Uncorked kit. So if you guys want to go check it out, you can check out the Whoop, you can check out the Fitbit, you can check out the Apple Watch, whatever floats your boat. But I have to say that, as we talk about this Whoop, I think it's something that I know I'm going to go check out now.
Me too.
Yeah. All of them are good. All of them are good. It's great to have an idea of what your body is doing and watching what your resting heart rate is, because if your resting heart rate elevates suddenly, that's another sign that your body is stressed out. And you need to kind of look back the day, the 24 hours before that and say, okay, what happened yesterday? Right. And again, it could be a food. It could be an argument. It could be just stress that you're carrying with you for the night.
Topic, the dog, anything.
The dog. Oh, yes.
Well, I really wanted to speak to the biodynamic, because there are many companies out there, and it's good. We're making changes, and they're really starting to recognize the need for healthier wines. And there are a lot out there that they're health wines, and I've tried them, and I noticed such a distinct difference in this. But part of it, to be completely fair, is that like coffee, I like the experience, the scent, the aroma that permeates the process of making it. And I feel that way about wine. So just getting a wine that's healthy, it's like, it might be, but it's just kind of on the average, the taste scale. And we had, I shared with Caren earlier for Rosh Hashanah, I opened the Ancient Vines, your Zinfandel from Cline, and our family overwhelmingly just obsessed now, but there was a really unique taste and experience with it, and it was just not as overwhelming, and it was just really clear. And I'm really at a loss for words, and I'm not a sommelier, but it was crisp, it was vibrant, and yet I got the depth that I like in Zins, and so I'm going to attribute that to
highly
how it
drinkable.
was grown.
It was highly drinkable.
Highly drinkable. I like that term.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful wines.
since getting into nutrition, back into nutrition, and moving to Napa all at the same time, and discovering my biodynamic wines, I had to research it, and like what is happening here. And I can't really talk to you about how they do everything. We've got Amber that will be jumping on in a minute that could talk to you a little bit about that. But from a nutrition standpoint, the polyphenols in biodynamic wine, farmed wine, or even organically farmed wine, the polyphenols are stronger. And they are probably about 5 times as strong in one glass of red wine as opposed to a glass of white wine. Sorry, Caren. And polyphenols are amazing. They are the trendy kid on the block right now. Everybody's talking about polyphenols. They're one of the top antioxidants. They come in dark berries and some of your nuts and seeds. Do a Google search. You can find, all of the polyphenol foods. Right. But they help to actually bring the guts back into this happy place. And it's a good thing. It helps your brain. It helps your memory. It helps your sleep. And one of the fascinating things about it, all of my nutrition career, I have always taught, drinking any kind of alcohol can benefit possibly heart disease. There's many studies on it. It is not good for cancer. And doing my research on polyphenols, we have a plane flying over us, doing my research on the polyphenols and in wine, they're finding that wine is okay for cancer. And it is. And as far as preventing cancer, it does not seem to be preventing cancer as long as it's done in moderation. Whereas alcohol and beer are 3 to 5 times more likely to bring about cancer. So, and that's just one of the studies. Wow. You can look that study up and you can find it. So polyphenols are just amazing. And so, if you're going to drink it, you may as well make it like a vitamin and enjoy it.
Exactly.
I'm the white wines, and the darker, the better now. And that's how you find your polyphenols, by the way, is the darker the wine, the better it is. And also, polyphenols enhance the smell, the scent of the wine.
I love it. Oh
Absolutely.
My God.
And the ancient vines, really fast smell, the ancient vines that have been around for like 100 years or so, they're reaching so far down into the earth that it's actually pulling up a lot of the minerals. So that minerality is part of what you're getting. And the
lovely.
Back to feed you.
And how it's grown is even
so many benefits.
What you're saying really is that we should all go drink wine.
In moderation.
In moderation. And I think that leads us into the next thing, because it's always a good time, right? I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, as they say. Or if you're in Napa, it's 5 o'clock all day long because people go tasting all day long, right?
Absolutely.
So Robyn, if you don't mind, you want to bring Amber in?
Yes.
And have her join us?
Absolutely. Here's Amber.
Hello. So who is Amber? What is Amber? What do you do, Amber?
I work for the reservations team here at Cline, fill in, host some tables, because what's better than talking about wine all day? Now that it's harvest, I'm back there at the crush pad helping out with making the wine. So hopefully none of my bruises are showing from that, because that's some intense work. But part of what drew me to Cline when I first started was actually their sustainable practices. I really appreciate everything that the Cline family is doing to make their wines and really make it sustainable for future generations, and really just laying the groundwork for the land to be used for years and years to come, because they are using these ancient vines that the grapes and the vines will continue to grow. They don't need a whole lot, but we want to make sure that it is healthy for them, that the soils that they have are healthy and sustainable. So that's, when I started here, that's really what drew me to them versus some other spots.
That makes total sense. That makes total sense. You know, when Robyn came over and visited you, I guess a couple of weeks ago, she did a photo shoot, and I wanted to share these pictures that are here and maybe give us a sense of what we're looking at. This is a sign that says the site was a village. So, what is the sign, and why is it there?
We're actually very close to where that sign is too. So the idea is that where Cline was originally, first it was a Miwok native area. It's where they wintered because it was really close to bodies of water, easy trails. And then as the missionaries were coming up, this is obviously very valuable land. So it was the original last site of the last mission that's up in Sonoma. Because there was already a military barracks down in downtown Sonoma, they decided that makes more sense for them. Just keep the community all together. Let the Miwok Indians enjoy their land that is here. But this building that we're actually in too is supposed to be modeled after what the Adobe mission looks like. So it's, you know, Adobe clay over on the side here, really cool, even though it's probably, 20 degrees hotter outside than inside here,
Totally.
just naturally cooling. So that's kind of, this land was consecrated by the missionary priest that was here, just to say this land is now sacred land, it's good land. And so that's sort of what you're looking at right now. We hold an Easter sunrise mass. We were able to do that this year actually, which was really nice.
That's
right
nice.
Where that picture is right there. Yeah,
nice.
it's really beautiful.
Oh,
These are gorgeous.
I was actually watching some of those while listening, just outside.
Look, I have a question. Are you, because I live in Tucson, as many of you know, and we are inundated with baby butterflies. Like I have never seen, and I've been here 31 years. This season, are you seeing that up there?
Baby everything here. I don't know.
Everything.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. They're just everywhere.
I've seen more here at Cline Cellars at my house. I don't see a lot, but I have a lot of vineyards all around me, and they sadly are not organic, and it really kind of worries me because it is harming our butterflies, which is one of the reasons why we took that picture, is just kind of showing the relationship of the earth to the vineyard. And you wouldn't see that at, a normal winery.
So, and you are brave to wear white with a red bottle in your hand.
It was unopened, so I was there.
I'm assuming we're in the vineyards right now here. Mm-hmm. Do you have different sections that have different varietals, or is it all one?
We do keep our varietals separate in separate blocks. You will see one area that looks like it's one vineyard will have multiple varietals, but they will be kind of sectioned out. Just keeps everyone sane as well. You're not picking a row of Chardonnay and then a row of Pinot Noir, but they are kind of blocked out.
What I love about this is totally you.
Yeah. So
you have found a way to meld everything that's that you have in your world and a bottle of wine. And you look stunning. No,
thank you.
Yes, totally look stunning. There you are over here. Again, and I'm assuming that this is somewhere in the front of the vineyards, or I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's like right out the window right here. So with another one of my favorite wines, and this is the small berry. I can't say it.
Mourvedre,
which has notes of eucalyptus, and it is amazing. I mean, if you like it is yummy. The first taste of it, you pick up that eucalyptus like really fast, and it's a little like, okay. But then by the third drink, you're like, oh, this is good. And the smell is like heaven. And we do have a lot of eucalyptus trees around here. And I was just telling Amber, one of the parks that my husband and I go walking in, we go hiking in it, we have tons of eucalyptus trees around it. And he, without even thinking anything, we walk into the park, we get a little bit into it, and he's sniffing. And he's like, why does it suddenly smell like your wine? He's like, did you bring wine with you? I'm like, no, it's because of the eucalyptus. So that's how strong the eucalyptus is in the wine. And it's amazing with a host of its own benefits because of the eucalyptus.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is
Amber,
great.
did you always want to pursue this line? Did you always want to work in line and be around the vineyards?
Actually, no. I moved up here probably 2.5 years ago. I'd done hospitality for a long time. So the natural jump in hospitality when you move to my country is the tasting room. But then really fell in love with it because I do have more of an environmental background. So I really love the relationship of wine specifically to the environment and how it ties into good eating, good everything. So from that point, I fell in love and knew that I just wanted to be involved in all parts with winemaking and wine drinking.
Always drinking. But that's beautifully symbiotic with your mission and goals, Robyn, of nature and earth and what we put into our bodies, and that it is all interconnected. So even in the wine that we drink.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My husband and I are talking about, coming here and spending our anniversary on like a little private tour. I can make it happen.
I did have a vision.
You heard it here first.
Caren, I had a vision because we are going to come up there, and we're going to do this in person. But I did a flashback to I Love Lucy, and we're going to recreate that.
Right.
Talk about mashing the grapes.
My first day working harvest last year. They put me in a barrel and
really,
yeah, I thought it was amazing.
Oh my god, we don't want to do that. We're doing it.
So Amber, I put up the website Cline Cellars, but I do understand that you guys have a membership.
We do indeed, and I like to think it's one of the most easygoing memberships in the Valley. I don't know about you, Robyn, but I like to think that. There's no membership fee to join. It's just buying the bottles 4 times a year, 4 quarters. Mm-hmm. We have multiple levels, either just 2 bottles a quarter up to 12 bottles a quarter, depending on what you need in your life. And the discounts range depending on what level you're in. We give you our selections, what we think are a good idea, new releases, what the winemakers think tastes great each quarter. But you can let us know, Robyn wants her cashmere black that she's drinking right now and her smallberry Mourvedre. That sounds great.
Do you ship to all states, all 50 states?
Not all states. There are some states that just, have their own rules and restrictions. Mm-hmm. But almost all 48. We also can't ship to Alaska and Hawaii, sadly, but almost all 48 with the exception of a few. And then we offer during the summer and winter, we offer temp control options just because you don't want your wine cooked or frozen. So we have options. And
so will they be able to find out how to sign up for the membership if they go to the site?
Yes. If you go to ClineCellars.com, right at the top, one of the tabs, I believe, says membership on it. You can click on that, find out more details than what I even said, and sign up directly through the website. The phone number for the office is also there in addition to their direct email. If you'd like to ask some more questions, get more answers, got a knowledgeable team in the office that would love to help you out, loves to geek out about wine too.
Yeah, and absolutely. And can I just encourage everybody? I mean, if you're in the Wine Valley area, because we're actually in Sonoma right now, but we're like 10 minutes away from my home in Napa. So it's all right here together. Mm-hmm. If you're here, come visit, come for a tasting.
So fun.
And if you have a membership already, it's a free tasting.
And tell them that Robyn sent you.
Exactly.
Yes. The Uncorked team sent you so that they know where they're coming from.
Yes.
Right. And Amber, are you on social media? Can we find you on social media also?
I'm not a very active human on social media.
Cline
Cellars is. Yes, I believe. On Instagram, it's just Cline Cellars. They have a Facebook as well, active on both. Lots of fun pictures. Right now, there's just a lot of great grapes and pictures of the crush happening. Some cool following. Yeah.
Wonderful. And Robyn, where can we find you?
I am pretty much everywhere at Robynn Lin, ROBYNNLIN. Instagram is my jam. That's where I spend most of my time. Where my website is beageless.life.
I love Be Ageless. That's beautiful.
I love it too. I love it too. And we have a special announcement that we want to make
Yes.
about Robynn. Robynn is launching a brand new show, a new podcast it's actually a video podcast that she's launching, and it's called Becoming
Ageless.
Becoming Ageless. And we're very, very excited. It will be on the Vital C Network, brought to you by Vital C. So we're very excited. It's coming soon. So look for it, because it will definitely be there. So before, I cannot believe how fast we have
I know.
and we've done all of this. Any last minute thoughts, Robynn, Amber, from the winery or from the holistic, from the earth, all of that, anything you want to leave us with before we say goodbye?
For me, I just want to really try to stress a point of, we need to protect Mama Earth. She feeds us, she nurtures us, and she provides so much goodness for us. And you get things like this. So, do your parts and get outside and enjoy her. Get your feet, go barefoot and get in that dirt and really do some grounding. There's many studies and benefits on grounding. You can Google that too. And you would be amazed at how good you start feeling.
Well, we're coming. We're coming up to Napa.
We are.
Absolutely.
We're going to come taste over at Cline Vineyards
Come on up.
and eat some amazing food in Napa, because we all know that it's a foodie heaven up there. Totally foodie heaven. Any last minute thoughts, Mel?
This was amazing. And, our show is Uncorked, and to be able to kind of unravel these nuances of why this wine is good and why it's important to farm the way that you do, and that to produce the products that you do has been a real gift. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Yes, thank you. And we want to thank our viewers. We know that you have a choice as to where you spend your time and how you spend your time, and you chose to spend it with us today. Thank you for that. We so appreciate it. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Yep, have a wonderful weekend.
Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time on the next episode of Uncorked. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.